doing a little live stream today with some survivors. These are survivors from the egg industry. So I think it's important that people understand these industries of awful exploitation to animals. And I think it's important that people meet the victims and meet the survivors. So, let me introduce you to little Pecky. Hi, Pecky. Doing a little dance. So chickens absolutely love to scratch around in the dirt and to dig. They're so adventurous. Now, for 18 months, these chickens were locked inside of a disgusting, awful free-range barn where they never got to see daylight. They never got to rummage around like this. 18 months of their life. And now they live here, free of exploitation. Free from anyone viewing them as or a use for them. Animals are not ours to use or exploit. They're so cute. So that's Pecky and this is Hope. I love watching them do this dance. Like Michael Jackson dance. We're having a little rummage around. So yeah, this is Pecky, the bigger one at the front, and Hope behind. So when these chickens were rescued, they were rescued before going into a gas chamber. So they now live with us here. So obviously we built this so they're protected at night and they have shelter and stuff. But yeah, we rescued them from the egg industry. So I don't know if you know, but in the egg industry, egg-laying hens at 18 months old, their egg production slows down. So what happens is that the majority of them get sent to gas chambers. Yeah, gas chambers. 18-month-old individuals, just because their egg production has slowed down. Now, I've got some little treats for them, so I'm gonna go over. I'm actually gonna give them a treat they've never had before. I saw someone else doing it at a sanctuary, and I was like, ooh, we got one of them. So I'm gonna actually give them a banana today. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pop this down over here, and then I'll see if any of them come over and eat the banana. Sorry, the tripod's a little bit weird. They're intrigued. Right, who wants this? Who wants this? Ready? So I don't think they've ever seen a banana before. That's the skin. You don't know how to eat it, do you? Here's Pecky, don't pet me. Oh, Pecky's like, oh, that's the end of that then. I think I'll pretend I can hold it still. Don't pet that. So they're just like you and I. So if they, here you go. We've got the white ones who are a little bit more scared at the back. So I'll throw them. No, don't. That's their one. Here you go. So you know how like if humans were to have something new, you'd be a bit like, oh, like should I have it? Same with chickens. They'll be like, oh, they'll kind of examine before they eat. Here you go. Do you want me to do that? Ew. So yeah, we've got 2 brown ones and 2 white ones that we rescued. Do you want the rest of this? That's brown there, although. Do you like the brown bit? Gross. You don't really like banana, do you, Becky? Let me get you the other one. So I also have cucumber. So for anyone who's just joined the stream, please double tap the screen and like and share and subscribe. These girls are rescue hens. Ow! Rescued from the egg industry. The awful egg industry. Yeah, they are super nice, yeah. So in the egg industry, basically at 18 months old, their egg production would slow down. Gross. Their egg production would slow down, so the farmer would consider them not profitable anymore. So what they do, the majority of egg-laying hens go to a gas chamber. So these little angels would have been sent to a gas chamber and would have been suffocated to death. How horrific is that? So we rescued them before they went to the gas chamber, and now they live with us, free from harm. The 2 white ones have been here not as long as the brown ones, so they came from a farm that actually shut down, which is awesome. Are you allowed to have them? Yes. Rescued from horrible industry, so we give them sanctuary here. So I don't know if you know, but these chickens have actually been genetically modified, so they've been like selectively bred to lay 300 eggs a year. Naturally, chickens should only lay 12. So if you ever rescue hens, make sure that you give their eggs back to them. They love eating their own eggs because they lack all that nutrient from their body from laying way too many. Another thing, yes, we're in the UK. Another thing, does anyone know what happens to the male chicks in the egg industry? The males who don't produce eggs. Oh my god, egg, what I'm sure. Yeah, it's horrible. Oh, you're in the UK too? Oh, awesome. Yeah, we've got finally a bit of a nice sunny day, haven't we? Yeah, do you know what happens to the males in the egg industry? Oh, she just did a little shake. Here you go, here's Pecky. There we go. I don't know if they have laid any eggs. I will have a look, and then I'll show you what we do if they ever lay eggs. So, like I said, their egg production slows down at 18 months. So these girls are now around 6, the brown ones. So we rescued them at 18 months old when they were going to go to a gas chamber. So they don't lay as many eggs as they used to. Did you put them on? Do you mean, did I give them? Yeah, we gave them names. So obviously when they first came, like, farmers don't care about the animals at all. They're just numbers to the farmers, and they're just money making machines to the farmers. Yes, they've been with us around 3.5 years. So this is Pecky. Here you go. So this one's Hope here, and this one's Pecky, and then we have Angel and Spirit. So you see Angel here. She struggled to recover, so she came from a horrible barn. See how like her feathers at her back still are like coming through and stuff. So she's still in like recovery. But yeah, Spirit's done. So she should look like this. But in these barns, like when they first arrived, all of them had no feathers. Other girls, yes, yeah. So in the egg industry, the male chicks are all blended up alive. So you won't have any males in the egg industry. They're all either blended up alive or sent to gas chambers at 1 day old. It's horrific, right? I used to pay for eggs. I used to pay for that to happen. But I didn't know. So I always say, once you know better, then you can do better. Oh, okay, do they live in your house? So they live here. So yeah, this is their living area, just for their safety. And then they come out in the day and they can have a rummage around. Oh, she just wagged her tail. Missed it. I missed it. I don't understand what you mean, Asma. Yeah, so I'm vegan. So I used to pay for animals to be exploited for me. So I didn't understand what I was paying for. So in the egg industry, like I said, male chicks are blended up alive. All the egg-laying hens go to a slaughterhouse at 18 months old, usually gas chambered, the majority of them. And that was happening because I was paying for eggs. Yeah, I was paying for eggs. So have you ever heard of vegan and what vegan is? So all my life, I always loved animals. And I didn't understand what I was paying for. And if I saw a slaughterhouse when I was younger, I would have been vegan there and then. I didn't understand that when I paid for a chicken burger, a chicken would literally be gas chambered to death at 42-day-old. So like chickens you eat are actually 42-day-old little babies who have been genetically modified to grow really big, really fast. It's awful, it's awful. But I was disconnected. I didn't see the individual when I would eat animals. Oh, no worries, don't apologise at all. No, you're doing better than me, and my English is my first language. Yeah, super cute. You know what the best thing you can do is on YouTube, there's a documentary called Dominion. There's Dominion on YouTube. It's got like a black screen with a calf on the front. The best thing you can do is actually watch it for yourself, because until you see it, you'll never fully understand it. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna pop this here. I'm just gonna leave you here for a second and gonna see if they've got any eggs so I can show you what we do with them. They might turn it off. They like looking at themselves sometimes. Yes, they haven't got any today, which I'm pleased about because I don't want them to lay any because for them. So this is their little home. So they all run in here because when I go to the back here, look, here's their area, here's their like room where they eat their eggs. So what I would do, if they had laid any eggs, pick up the eggs and simply just smash them on the floor, and then the chickens will eat their eggs. Now they really need their nutrients from that egg to go back into their body, because like I said before, chickens have been genetically modified and like selectively bred to lay all those eggs, like 300 eggs a year, whereas they should only lay 12. My mum really loves it, but my mum say they're not allowed. So what do you mean your mum said not allowed? What does that mean? So yeah, being vegan is actually a non-action. You just don't pay for individuals like this to be exploited and used or commodified. They're just like our dogs, our cats, our family members. They're super cute. Chickens are the sweetest. This is Hope, and Hope actually purrs. Yeah, like a cat. She actually purrs like a cat. Yeah, really cute. So thank you for coming onto the channel. No, we didn't buy them. We rescued the hens. So they are saved from the egg industry. So in the egg industry, chickens, when they get to 18 months old, are considered not profitable. So the farmer will send them to a gas chamber. The majority of egg-laying hens go to a gas chamber or a slaughterhouse at 18 months old. So before that happened to them, we rescued them, and now they live here with us. So yeah, never buy animals. So buying animals is like the slave trade. Like same with like dogs and stuff like that. Yes, strawberry, I didn't know that either. For years I was paying for eggs and I had no idea that that was a consequence of like my action. And it's not your fault, by the way, that you don't know this. It's the industry want you to not know because they want your money. So yeah, I used to pay for chickens like them to go to gas chambers. Male chicks, I don't know if you know this, but all chickens come from somewhere called a hatchery. So this is something that's unavoidable in the egg industry. When they sex the males and the females in the hatchery, so sorry, I'm on the floor. They have like the eggs in the hatchery, that's where they hatch. When they hatch, there'll be either male and female. I think it's the males that look darker. So what they do is they separate them. The females will get sent to big barns, cages, or barns that are horrible, that they'll call free range, but doesn't mean anything to them. It just means that they're not in a cage. There'll be about 30,000 chickens to a barn. They won't even know that there's an exit. So the exit will be about this size in a massive barn of 30,000 of them. So they don't even know they can go outside. And also chickens will have like a hierarchy. So you have chickens who will guard the door and not let any chickens out as well. So I think it's like 5% of chickens in free range would even be able to go outside because they don't even know. But yeah, like I was saying, back to the separating of the males and the females. So the males, they do not produce eggs. So the industry will call them a waste product. So what they do, hello Deep, so cool. What they do, they go onto a conveyor belt. You know, like in a supermarket, you see the conveyor belts, and they get dropped straight into a blender, an open blender alive. On day one, those cute little male chicks get blended up alive. That's the egg industry, that's the start. If they don't get blended up alive, then they'll be put inside of a gas chamber. It's absolutely horrific. I have always loved animals, but I was paying for eggs. I was paying to eat animals. I was paying for milk from cows. I had no idea what happened to these animals, but I was paying for it because I guess I was just disconnected. I didn't know that this happened. So that's when I say it's not your fault that you don't know. Like in the dairy industry, I did not know, and maybe this is just me, that the only reason a cow produces milk is because she is a mum. So you know, like how a human woman produces milk when she has a baby, exactly the same with cows. So when I was saying about how the male chicks in the egg industry don't produce eggs and they get blended up alive, the males in the dairy industry don't produce milk. So what happens to them? They get taken away from the mother, either fattened up for 6 months to 18 months and then killed, or they get sent straight to a slaughterhouse as little babies. Like they're like the size of a Labrador. It's awful. All dairy cows go to slaughter as well. Every single animal you eat is a baby. All the animals that go to slaughterhouses are just babies. Strawberry, I have to go now. Thank you for the chicken lesson. No worries at all. Please watch Dominion on YouTube when you get a chance, and you have a good day. Don't forget to double tap the screen, subscribe, like, share. But yeah, instead of eggs, you can just have like scrambled tofu, and then no chickens will be killed for you. So yeah, it's super easy. If you're not vegan, then animals are going to slaughterhouses and are being exploited for you personally, but you have the ability to change. You can change right this second, which is the best, and you can defend these beautiful animals. Do you mean like why do they lay eggs? So naturally, chickens would only lay 12 eggs a year, just like their cycle. Basically, like a female woman will have like her menstrual cycle once a month. It's the same. But yeah, when people used to have chickens as like pets, like you do dogs, because they were deemed very sweet animals, very nice companions. And then people realized that they laid eggs, and some weirdo one day obviously ate the eggs and then told their neighbors, and then their neighbors wanted the eggs, so then they started to make money from backyard like hens and eggs. And then once people see someone as a use or a product for them, they will then do everything they can to make them as profitable as possible, not in the interest of the animals, purely in the interest of the person who wants to make money. So that would be the oppressor in that instance. So what they did is that they then started to selectively breed these animals, and like I said, to the point where now chickens lay 300 eggs a year. They should not. That puts so much strain on their bodies. They should only be laying 12 a year, and it's their eggs, not ours. Like cow's milk is cows for cows, not us. Like we're not baby cows. But for 26 years of my life, I drank cow's milk, and I didn't know the consequence of my actions. Every time I purchased cow's milk, there was a baby cow who wasn't having the cow's milk because I was drinking the cow's milk. There was a baby cow who was sent to slaughter because I was paying for cow's milk. There was a mother cow having pregnancy forced upon her. So in the dairy industry, you don't have... yeah, so this is actually our second channel. So our main channel is It's Mel and Steve. It's got like a purple icon. This is actually our second channel that we're building up for live streams and like short form videos. So yeah, but we also do investigations, we do street debates, protests, yeah, loads of other stuff on our other channels, so definitely check that out. But yeah, please subscribe to this channel, and we're going to be doing more and more. No, so they're all female here, so they won't have babies. So chickens, the eggs have to be fertilized. So yeah, awesome. Thank you for subscribing, and for being here as well. But is there anything stopping you going vegan? I'm going to call you Asthma because I can't read. Asthma Niazi. Yeah, is there anything stopping you from going vegan? Because veganism is the baseline. If we're not vegan, then animals are going to slaughterhouses and being used and commodified on our behalf. Now, I went vegan 4.5 years ago now, after I saw inside of a slaughterhouse. Yeah, after I saw inside of a slaughterhouse, and I saw a mother cow from the dairy industry having her throat cut. Like the slaughterhouse workers were stabbing her in the throat. the worst thing I had ever seen. I absolutely broke. My heart shattered into pieces, and I realised that she was in there because I was buying cow's milk. I wasn't vegan, so she was in there because of me. And I was not only heartbroken, but I was so sad that I had been lied to. I was angry that I had been lied to. Let me just show you, I've got some cucumber. I'm going to feed the chickens. They're all very intrigued right now. Chickens notice everything. 1 second, let me just turn this around so you can see. Ready? You have the cucumber, Hope. They're so cute. Oh. Yeah, I'm 31 now. Go on, you can have some cucumber. So see how she's still recovering from the egg industry? The egg industry is awful. Yeah, chickens are super cute. They're so cute. I love them so much. He's so chatty. They got so much personality, like they're so sassy. But you'll see, so like Pecky and Hope, which are these two, are more confident than Angel and Spirit, which is them two there. So these two came from a really horrible place where they were cramped in with loads of other chickens. These two did as well, but we've had these for around 3 years now. So they have now started to trust us, but they had no feathers on. So they came from a free range place, which is horrific. They had no feathers. Hope was called Hope because she couldn't even stand up when she first arrived. I've got some videos I'll post on the channel of them. It was horrible. Their combs, see how they're nice and bright red now? Pale. They'd never seen daylight before. Yeah, and this is free range. They had never seen daylight, and they were going to be sent to a gas chamber. We saved them when they were going to be sent to a gas chamber at 18 months old. See, in the egg industry, their egg production slows down at 18 months old. So the farmer will deem them not profitable, and he will send them to a slaughterhouse. Little babies. You're so cute, Hope. You. It's awful, isn't it? So I'm now vegan because I used to pay for that. I used to pay for little baby animals to go to slaughterhouses, to be forced inside gas chambers. And for 26 years, that's what I did. And I didn't understand through my choices of buying eggs, meat, leather, wool. I didn't understand. I was disconnected because when I'd see an egg, I would just see an egg. And I was fooled by the labels like RSPCA approved or happy egg. There is no such thing as happy animals in farms or any industries that exploit them. I've also now been undercover inside these places, and I've seen it for myself. It is the worst. No one should ever be exploited, ever. And you know what? It's really easy for us as the general members of the public who didn't know any better to just live vegan, which means you are just not paying for animal exploitation. It's not a diet to be vegan. It's actually a moral stance. So you know, like how we are against racism, it's the same kind of thing. So I'm against the use and exploitation of animals, but it just relates to your diet because they're also exploited for food. Should everyone eat like you? I mean, you can eat healthier than me, but everyone should not exploit others. Yes, 100%. I think that's very easy for everybody to understand. And yeah, if animals weren't exploited, the world would be such a better place. Just be kind, not violent. Super easy. Yeah, so I'm vegan, so I mind my own business. Yeah, absolutely. So if you're not vegan, you send babies like this to slaughterhouses So these are rescue hens saved from the egg industry, where they were going to go to a gas chamber at 18 months old. Something that most people don't understand happens. Male chicks in the egg industry are blended up alive on day 1 because they don't produce eggs. I did not know this. I used to pay for it. So what I do now is I just defend the animals. I go to slaughterhouses. I show the animals to the world. I just educate people who don't know any better. Like, it's not your fault that you don't know, and I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to be angry with anybody. I'm angry with the industry for lying to us. I think it's awful that they have lied to us to make us, like good people, pay for victims like this. I can't believe that these girls wouldn't have been here. They would have been suffocated to death in a gas chamber in the UK. If you check out Joey Carbstrong, he actually did the world's first expose on a chicken gas chamber for egg-laying hens in the UK. So check out Joey Carbstrong. And yeah, see for yourself, because until you know, you don't know. And yeah, when you say like mind your own business, that's what I do. I mind my own business and I don't send anybody to be stabbed like I used to before I was vegan. And yeah, most people don't realise that that's what they're doing. So I'll always educate, I'll always defend the animals who need defending. They need us so much, because if we don't do it, they have no one. There's actually a event happening this Wednesday at the RSPCA to protest them, because the RSPCA actually approved gas chambers. They make money off assuring farms. It's awful. So yeah, we'll go and protest them. We'll go and show the public the reality. So when good people see what happens, they change. It broke my heart when I saw inside of a slaughterhouse. It ripped me apart. Yeah, look at her. It's just awful. It's just awful. So the brown ones have been with us longer, and the white ones have been with us not as long. So this is Pecky and Hope are the brown ones. When they first came, when we first rescued them, they had no feathers. They couldn't walk. Hope here, Hope could not stand up. We named her Hope because we hoped she would get through the night. And then, yeah, we built this for them to live in and have sanctuary with us. Yeah, Nadine and the cucumber. Yeah, super cute. Watch Dominion on YouTube. That's Dominion. See for yourself, because until you see what happens, your mind can't go there, because it's awful. Your mind's too innocent. So see for yourself what happens to these beautiful animals. No, they were having a little chat. But yeah, last piece of cucumber. You gonna get it, Pecky? Go on, she's got it. Yeah. Well done. You didn't like that bit? No, that's okay. Let me just put this back over here. They're super cute. They're so intrigued. They're like, where are you going? Where am I going? Whoa! Have you ever seen a chicken fly? See how loyal they are. They're super cute. Just put this back up here. Put this here. They think I've got more stuff for them. You're chatting to me, Pecky. So please go vegan, guys. Don't exploit any animals. Animals don't want to be killed for you. You're the lucky ones. You were saved. You've had more time now saved than you were exploited. And we love you so much. Little Hope and little Pecky. Pecky, are you happy? Did you have your banana and cucumber today? Did you? Did you, Hope? They're so funny. Let me see if they want to be on a selfie. They go, who's that? Who's that there? Is that you? Is that you? No, you like it that way. Is that you? Yep. Yeah, so yeah, rescued from the egg industry, guys. So please know, if you're not vegan, animals are going to slaughterhouses and being exploited for you. But you can change today, which is the best thing. You can change. This is the biggest thing in the world happening that you can change right this and stop being part of it yourself. They need you. So I really hope that there's been some kind and compassionate people on here who were just like me and didn't know either. And yeah, I will finish with my saying that I always say is, once you know better, you can do better. So now you might know that little bit better. Please do better. Please be vegan. Please defend the animals. Watch Dominion on YouTube. See the reality. And then come out with us and defend the animals. They need you more than you will ever know.